2 attempts to neutralize the isotope with no results. Something wrong?
Yeah. The iso's still here.
You're still reading? You're still reading?
It didn't work.
Things were beginning to look grim. Tempers were flaring and the stress was through the roof.
All right, let's go. Come on.
My crew had had enough.
Let's go.
Dr. Spencer wasn't happy with my decision, but it was time to call off our shoot. Sleep. We'll come back. We'll finish up tomorrow.
You're gonna miss everything.
Let's go, Clint.
Sorry, we gotta go.
They're heading out.
And so we left. Get some rest. We'll come back. We'll see what we can do. And that's what had happened. As we were driving away 2 miles from camp, we could see the explosion. And I knew then that we'd narrowly escaped with our lives. When I returned the following morning, I found the camp destroyed, with not a single trace of the team. What violent event had taken place here that spared the lives of myself and my crew?
His crew said they were.
3 months ago, I was invited to a remote Algerian desert camp where a team of scientists were engaged in an important experiment. That experiment ended in a disaster. For months, crews searched for clues to the disappearance of the scientists and all the men working at the campsite. It's difficult for me to imagine that all those people we had just left vanished into thin air. Like many other mysteries, this one seemed it was going to be unsolved until a final piece of material came to light, a simple yet overlooked piece of evidence. An internet stream Dr. Joe had set up to promote the team's efforts had captured their final moments. At 2:07 a.m., the team suffered a failure of wire leads.
It didn't work.
You're doing your job.
The expedition fell into chaos.
It won't work, and it's dangerous.
We'll do it again. We'll use more wire, stronger wire.
And my crew and I left the campsite.
See that now?
Yeah, we've got to go. Expecting to return the next morning.
Let's go, Clint.
Sorry, we got to go. 2:14 a.m. Cameraman Clint Sanchez removes a portable camera from the operations tent, but he fails to turn off the camera.
We'll be back tomorrow. Okay. For real, that compass was spinning.
2:19 a.m. According to our camera's internal clock, the explosion is captured on film 2 miles outside of the camp. And what we had missed? The last piece of the puzzle.
Look, I realize that you guys want to go.
No, we don't want to go. I want to
Really,
finish
you
this.
wanted to go for
You're
days.
quitting.
You
You got nothing to do. We're not quitting. You know what? I should have told you from the beginning. You're a quitter. That's what you are. And we're going to finish this while we started. We're going to finish it while we started. Right now. We're going to finish it.
At exactly 2:19 a.m., General Contractor Gus pulls a length of heavy cable across the excavation site, containing the exposed ISO-26, causing a short circuit that released unimaginable power. It is clear from this angle that the entire team, including Dr. Spencer, suffered a similar fate as the Nazi expedition in 1942. Nazi scientists had attempted to harness the power of the vortices to create a super weapon for use against their enemies. The engineering process led them to the Algerian desert, where contact with aluminum ISO-26 resulted in a large-scale explosion that brought an end to their project. Almost 80 years later, Dr. Spencer and his team rediscovered ISO-26's power. But rather than seeing its potential to harm others, Dr. Spencer hoped to vanquish the vortices. In that mission, he failed. But he may have succeeded in opening a few million eyes to a looming threat. And unless we can convince the government to figure out how to destroy each of the 12 vortices, our planet is doomed to the same fate as Mars and Venus. Earth's iron core is on a quick path to stopping cold. And when it does, we are terminally exposed. Dr. Joe and his team had set out to save mankind, but now they're gone. At least he's with his son now. At least I hope so.